Xander, massive 3 points today, even though 1 point would have been enough, but we took all three in the end. Cagey performance, maybe not at our best, but who the hell cares? We are third in the league and back in the Champions League, man. And you look glowing, by the way.
It's the sun, yeah. Listen, I thought I'd sit here for a little bit of lighting, but this is really starting to do my head, and I'm sweating, right? I'm sweating. This is not anyway. I'm sweating.
Oh, he's back in Spain. Oh, listen, we've done it. We've done it with all of the negative vibes at times, with all of the disappointment, with all of the lack of trust in this team, with all of the good performances, with all of the bad, with everything into one melting pot. We've managed to finish third. Some may laugh at how bad the league is, but you can only take care of what's in front of you and worry about your team. And we are third and back in the Champions League.
Mate, if at the beginning of the season, I don't want to repeat what other people have said, but at the beginning of the season, right? Firstly, I didn't have myself in us in the top four, but even if we did get top four some way through fifth position and City, had that Champions League ban, or we just got fourth on goal difference. Mate, we've got third. It's not like I know we kind of have scraped Champions League football in a way, but we've got third. Just look at that. Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United. Now, of course, I had this prepared, yeah, but then I thought, right, let's not go over the top on the celebrations because we are Manchester United and we are, needing to go for the title. And this is just a stepping stone in the progression of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Manchester United, hence the lack of hats. However, right, it is a fantastic day. It does mean progression. It does mean that we can sign better players. It does mean that with the financial uncertainty of the coronavirus, it will be a massive help to Manchester United at the moment. And most importantly, we're going Paris, not Astana.
All right, listen, although I did like Astana, shout out people in Astana. But yeah, we would obviously much rather be in the elite level of competition in Europe. And for these players, though, Xander, they've come under scrutiny from us, from pundits, from people within the club, about their mentality and can they get over the line? They needed one last big result, let alone performance. Do you think that they proved this year that actually they've progressed and got over that line? Is there enough of not luck and other teams dropping points for you to think actually they did their jobs? You got Martial scoring the most he's ever scored, Rashford scoring the most he's ever scored. Bruno came in and done a madness. Yes, he wasn't great today and hasn't been great for the last few games, but he's come in and been unbelievable. We've seen players step up to the plate. Does finishing third now, does that make you alleviate any worries that you might have had about the mentality of these guys?
I think the one thing that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was going to set right at Manchester United was the culture and the mentality. If the tactics were there, if, the recruitment, which it has been, was there, that was all up in the air. But none of us questions the idea that from day one, as soon as he came in, he was going to instill the Manchester United way into these players. And he's done that throughout, right? He really has. They've taken responsibility when it's gone bad and they've kicked on when it's gone well. And yeah, listen, from the beginning of the season towards the end, there's been a huge progression, let alone from when Solskjaer first came in. I mean, there's a number of things that we can talk about, but that one where you don't really play too well, but you still get the win. Listen, today we didn't play well, but I didn't feel like, forget the circumstances of the game. If you treat this as a neutral, Manchester United were never truly under any threat. Yeah, we weren't creating as many chances, but we were never on the back of our seats.
David De Gea didn't have to work, did he?
Exactly. And so, but we didn't play well. We still won. That's the point I'm trying to make, right? We still won. We didn't play well. And you don't get that at the beginning of the season.
That's what we wanted against West Ham. That's what we wanted against Southampton.
Yeah, but I think you don't drop points. Those are the situations where you don't play well, but you don't lose. I know obviously you win, and that's the most important thing. But he's getting there, basically. I think he's getting there. And listen, there were a few bad performances today, a lot of bad performances. I think Bruno was his worst game in the United shirt. And the scary thing is we've been saying that each consecutive game as it goes on, which means that every game he's been worse, right? So that's not ideal. But again, similar point, who was the ball that played it into Martial? Bruno Fernandes. So listen, it wasn't the most difficult ball and his passing was off and he looked legged, he looked tired, but still he was there at the right position with the right ball, gets the penalty, gets the winning goal, see us go ahead in the game. That was important. Rashford, I thought, was poor. He needs to play higher up. Gary Neville was saying he needs to play higher up. Yes, he likes dropping deep and playing those through balls in to the runners of Mason Greenwood and Martial, but I think Marcus Rashford's best abilities are when he's got one-on-one in a defender, he's causing problems with runs in behind. That's what I feel he needs to do. Again, finally, on player-wise, David De Gea, listen, he didn't have much to do, but he did have something to do. He fumbled it.
I was thinking, not today, David. Don't even think about it.
Mate, that's maybe a different conversation for a different time. But still, listen, that was a goal detrimental mistake. You know, it was just only luck that Jamie Vardy just got there in time. That was really bad. And the scary thing is with that, he's getting the basics wrong. And when that starts to happen, it's scary. But as I said, conversation for a different time. Yeah. Absolutely ecstatic with top 4. Jose Mourinho celebrating with 6th, the Muppet. He's on my TV screen now. He's so irritated, isn't he? But yeah.
Well, there you go. He's not our manager, and Solskjaer is our manager. How happy are you with what Solskjaer's done this season? I know that might sound like a silly question because obviously you could say he's exceeded. Well, has he exceeded expectations, or was the league just poor? How do you see it for Ole himself? How much will he grow with this? How much has he learned?
I think it's almost better that we didn't just have it plain sailing throughout the season. The fact that we, as a team, as a manager, you know, he's had to turn it round, quote unquote, at points. We've gone as a team through those tough moments when you're losing to Newcastle, you're losing to Crystal Palace, you know, you're getting slapped up by Liverpool. We've had those moments, and as a unit, we've come together. You know, it's like a relationship. If you have tough times with a relationship with a woman, often if you come out of it, you're stronger than ever. And I think that is like Manchester United at the moment. We will be stronger than ever. And as I said, I like the idea that he has struggled but has turned it round. And on your question, has he exceeded expectations? As I said at the beginning, I didn't have Manchester United in the top 4 at the beginning of the season, but even if I did have them, I wouldn't have them in 3rd. So we've got 3rd. So on that point, mate, we've exceeded expectations.
Yeah, it has been brilliant. And for the summer going into the transfer window, I mean, I don't want to, like you said, there's a lot of conversation for another time, but on the positive side of it, how different is our transfer window going to be now, or if any, for you?
Well, you know, I can't remember what pundits were saying it there. Roy Keane and Micah Richards were saying, listen, the Champions League, we all know this, but the Champions League is a huge draw. The biggest and best players, the ones that Manchester United should be signing, regardless of whether their age and their prospects, they want to be playing in the Champions League. And so the fact that we're in it is crucial. There's rumours of Jadon Sancho. He's clearly the one on everyone's lips. There's rumours that regardless of our Champions League position, he would be coming anyway. But still, moving on from him, you look at maybe a centre-back or a right or a left-back or whoever you're trying to sign for Manchester United. The biggest and best players want to be in the Champions League. So, yeah, absolutely ecstatic, mate. On the transfers, I think this is a positive. Someone who I've criticised a lot, Victor Lindelof. I was looking for a centre-back replacement, and I still would.
You've been a staunch Victor Lindelof critic this year.
And listen, and I'm not saying that. Listen, we're not going to go sign a centre-back. Let's stick with Victor Lindelof and win you the league. Absolutely not. But credit where credit's due. He played very well today. And whoever does come in the summer, because I hope we do bring in a centre-back, because I think it's needed, Victor Lindelof hopefully will be able to give them a bit of a headache and create competition for spaces. But yeah, I wanted to give him credit. He did well today.
He did do well today. And who was your man of the match last season, Sander?
Anthony Martial, I think, did really well. No, Matic for me. Matic was busy. He was always in the right places. When we've started the game, I thought, he's given it away a few times. And Iheanacho
didn't start too well, yeah.
He turned him a couple times, Iheanacho, and I was a little bit worried about how that was going to develop. But him and Victor Lindelof today were the two men who really rose above it. And you know, Matic showed his leadership today because Mason Greenwood and the likes don't necessarily have that experience to carry us through a game like this. But Matic certainly did that. But Matic, Lindelof, and Martial played fantastically, the spine of the team.
And before you go, actually, I want to say, give me a player of the season. Your player of the season.
Oh, you can't spring that on me. Like,
I got to do it. Or give me your contenders if you can't choose one.
Well, so this is actually quite funny.
It's really difficult. No?
I was speaking to my mate about this the other day, and I said, imagine Bruno gets to player of the season at Manchester United, the awards. And he said,
did he get it?
He said, that can't happen. He's only been here since January. But tell me who's been better than him in this season. Who's made more of an impact on Manchester United than Bruno Fernandes this season? Listen, Anthony Martial's up there. I don't think Harry Maguire's been that good. He's been very solid, but he's not been outstanding enough
Rashford at one point was a candidate.
Yeah, Rashford. But really, Rashford had that period at the beginning where he's great. Then Martial got injured, so he played on his own and he struggled. Then he got injured. Then he came back, and he hasn't been that great since lockdown. That's absolutely not a criticism.
Fred was unplayable at one point.
Yeah, again, but listen,
Aaron Wan-Bissaka first season.
Yeah, but all these players, maybe it's down to their position. I don't know what it's down to. But for me, Bruno Fernandes has had the biggest impact on Manchester United.
So you're saying Bruno? You heard it here first. Bruno, player of the season.
In my opinion, listen, I can't name one player who's been better this season for Manchester United than Bruno. I can't.
Since January, that's a big statement. I like it. It's a big statement, though. But hey, we're third. You can put all the big statements out that you like, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bit of that, mate. Bit of that.
Keep that on, mate. Be gassed. Enjoy.
Mate,
Do you know what I'm saying?
look at that. Love it.
Listen, Xander, I'll see you soon. Europa League. I'll see you there.
Yeah, man. I'll speak to you soon. Cheers, brother.
I can't take you seriously now.
Mate, it's amazing. Ole, have a good time. Ole, brilliant. Anyway, have a good one. Love to all.